Hey everyone, welcome to another $1,000 strap search. I've got my $1,000 in singles here and I'm about to show you what I found. But before I do, let's talk about this week's tip. Now, some of you have seen in a previous video me showing stacks and stacks and stacks of singles. That's because I was on vacation. I went to Vegas. Whenever I go to Vegas, I always bring back as many singles as possible. That way I know that when I get home, I get to search a bunch of stuff from not locally, but from all over the place. So it makes it a little bit more interesting as far as what I can find and what those finds actually mean. So that's my tip for this week. When you are on vacation, don't let your hobby also end up on vacation. Just because you aren't at your house doesn't mean you can't stop at a local bank and see if they've got any singles or whatever it is that you collect. I always try to pick up stuff wherever I go, and I get a lot of weird looks, but you know something? I've got all kinds of neat singles that I've found because of it. So that's my tip for this week. These singles here, these came from, like I said, they came from Vegas. They came from Bally's, Harris, Luxor, New York, New York, Circus Circus, Tropicana, the Flamingo, and the Flamingo gave me this one right here, which is a brand new strap, still with the BEP. Here's the BEP strap on there. So these are, yeah, brand spanking new. I just wish there was a cool number, but there's not. So, yeah, so much for that one. But anyway, the let's see, that was the Tropicana. Then I had Flamingo, the Link, Excalibur, and Casino Royale. So that's where all of these came from. So let's slide these out of the way and take a peek at what I found. First up, I found an alternator. It has 0 as the alternator, 0 in every other digit, so the number would be 40, 60, 40, 30. That's kind of interesting, kind of unique. I did find a trinary. Now, every time I look at this, I think I see something else, and it's just not. 597 97579. It's a trinary. That's all it is. It's not a repeater. It starts with a 5 and the fifth number is a 7, so it doesn't repeat. It's not a radar because the 9 and the 7 in the center aren't the same. It's not an alternator because you've got 59, 79, 75. It just looks like so many different things, but just a trinary is all that is. Next up, another trinary. This is 5s, 6s, and 9s. What do we got here? 3s, 4s, and 7s on this trinary. Quad 1s. 7 with quad 1s right there. Really good shape on that one there. Quad 2s on this one. Quad 7s. And some stars. I like seeing stars that have a couple zeros up front. Gives me high hopes that they may be a rare. It's not all low numbers are rare, but most rares are low numbers. So whenever I see those, I get a little excited. Here's another one of those New York 2013 stars. I'll have to check that one out as well. This one here from 2013's got some writing on it. It's just pencil, so that may come off. 2013 star. Another 2013 starting with a couple zeros again. This one, like I said, that's only number 12,844. So maybe we'll check that one out. Couple more stars here. Another one with a couple zeros. So yeah, I've got a decent stack here. You never know what we're gonna find the next time I do my star hunt. Another one. This one's older, 2009. And then we get to the older notes in general. This is the 2001. And 1999, this one's pretty rough. Another 99, that's even rougher. 1995, got a tear on the top, so that's probably going away. Another 1995, once again, you're looking for a web note, and it has Fort Worth, the letter, and the plate number, so I know that's not a web note. 1993, also chance for a Webby, not a Webby, but still, 1993s are few and far between. And the oldest note in the group, from 1988A, also not a web note, but still a 1988A found in circulation with the 93 and the 95. I had shots at web notes for every year that they were produced. So that's what I've got for this week's search. What did I pull out from my box? This is what I've got. This is a 1907 $5 legal tender. Now, legal tenders were also known as United States notes. So it says United States note here. Down here, legal tender for $5 is what it says there. You got bright red, red in the serial numbers. And check out that number, 25555331. So yeah, that's one off from a trinary. It is quads. You've got quad fives in there, so that's pretty cool. Not in the greatest of shape, but it's not bad. Not bad at all, actually, considering that the note is well over 100 years old. $5 legal tender. Take a look at the back. Now, I've shown one of these before, but this is not the same note. One of the things with the legal tenders is on the back here, they have all this small print on the back of the note, and it turns out that in one of the print runs, the plate actually cracked. And what happens is, let me turn this on here. Let's see how big I can make this. Where is it? There it is. See that word public? It says, for all debts public and private. But that word public right there. The plate broke on the U. So what ends up happening is, instead of saying public, P-U-B-L-I-C, it looks like it says P-C-B-L-I-C. So that's the P-C-B-L-I-C error. So yeah, I've always been looking for one of those, and a friend of mine, Super Garbage Man, thank you very much for this particular note. He bought one of my notes off of eBay, and when he got it, he took a picture of it and showed me his a few pictures of his collection, and that's when I spotted this note in his collection. And he was kind enough to sell it to me, so I wanted to make sure that I got him in this video and made sure I gave him all the credit for selling this to me. Super Garbage Man, thank you very much for selling this. I've been looking for one of these. It's not very often you can find one of the public errors, and this was definitely one that I wanted for my collection. So once again, on the back you've got the big white area so that you could see the blue and yellow fibers in there to make sure that it wasn't a fake note. Just a really cool bullseye pattern there in the back. You get what looks like the two hearts over here, and of course the public error, which is really cool. Let's take a look at the big book and see what the book has to say. Now, my book doesn't even list the public error, which is kind of interesting, but I knew about it, I was looking for it, and now you guys know about it too. Let's see, where do I got that? One page too far. There we go. There is the it's the 1880 version, but it's the same version for the 1907. And I'm just checking over here to make sure it doesn't say anything about the public error. Nope, does not say anything about public error. So let's turn the page and we'll see. Mine is Spielman and White. That would be number 91. 91 Spielman and White, small red scallop, that's correct. And I just want to pan up here. First column is VG8, second one is F12, third is very fine 20. This is easily between a 12 and a 20 in my opinion. And that puts it somewhere between 185 and 225 according to this book. And if I look all the way across, if it was perfect, you're talking about 1350. Now all that, and we're not even considering the fact that this one is the public error. So you can probably give it a little bit of a bump there as well. So that is what I've got for you guys this week. Like I said, it's one of the notes I've always been looking for. Anytime I see a wood chopper, I generally flip it over right away to see if it is that public error. Now I've got one, and I couldn't be happier. One of the notes that I can cross off my wish list, I didn't have it in my official top 10 wish list because it is just a variant. But still, those of you who collect coins, I'm sure want to get all the variants that you can. This public error note is most certainly one of the variants I was looking for. Let me just take one more quick peek at that just so you guys can see. For all debts public, right there. You can see how that U looks like a C, but you can tell by the C in the back that it's definitely still a U, just a broken U. All right, guys, that's what I've got for you this week. If you learned anything new, go ahead and hit that like button. If you like what you see and you want to see more, please subscribe. I'm getting real close to that 1,000 subscriber mark. Easiest thing you can do to support my channel, just hit subscribe. That's all I'm looking for. No Patreon, no live stream and donations that way. Just looking for some people to subscribe. That's all. All right, guys, that's what I've got for you this week. Thank you very much for watching. I appreciate it. Any comments that are listed, I do my best to always try to answer those comments. Guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you again next week.